Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind. The prize is the soul.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. In full effect. We bringing y'all AM live stream. So Jay-Z just broke his silence on, them lawsuits he received back in 2025 with Tony Busby. So he recently did an interview with GQ, which we're going to get into. We got it queued up, no pun intended. So we're going to get into this, man. We're going to let y'all give y'all some time to come up in here before we get started, of course. You know what I mean? Let everybody know we live. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all share this. Tap the like button, share this, let the people know we live. We already let people know we live. Matter of fact, let me post this on X real quick. Shout out to Dame Dash, man. He just started following this on social media. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dame. Maybe we can get Dame on, talk about this. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Hit Dame up. Like, Dame, man, we appreciate if you bless our platform with your presence so we can, talk about, us. We're going to talk about things that people probably never did ask Dame or whatever. Yeah, I mean, of course, Jay-Z always come up, but when we like to get Dame, mindset on, the economy and how shit going right now, like the real shit. That's what we
we like talking about the real shit on here. We attack the surface level stuff, but then we going because it's a big picture. Everything is connected. You know what I mean? We just trying to show y'all how everything is connected. With even the celebrity stuff and the government stuff, business world, everything is connected.
Facts.
Everything is connected. Everything that's happening right now is connected.
It's connected. MC connected. So come on in, y'all. Make sure y'all like this video and tap on in. All right. Just come on in. Come on in before we get into this, y'all. I'm trying to give y'all a chance to come in real quick before we get this started. Pause, no Diddy. And yeah, man, shout out to y'all that been supporting us too, man. Shout out to y'all that been supporting the shop. Yeah, I mean, the sales been picking up. We appreciate y'all that been, tapping into the real content we be doing, and y'all recognize, what we been
quality products along
quality
with
products, bro. Yeah. Matter of fact, before we get this started, while we giving people a chance to come up in here, let's get into this quick sponsorship by nightandayherbals.com. We'll be right back after these messages. So stay locked in and stay tuned. Let's get it.
I'm not even gonna lie. The joint pain I deal with every day will slow me all the way down. But ever since I started using this right here, Night and Day Pain Relief Balm, everything changed. And within minutes, I feel the difference. Like real relief. Now I can clean my whole house without even thinking about the pain. As a nurse, I'm on my feet all day. And this right here helps me get through my entire shift. I can actually enjoy time with my kids now. Go outside, be active, without hurting the whole time. Feels good to just live again. Honestly, if it wasn't for Night and Day Pain Relief Balm, I don't think I'd have the quality of life I have right now.
As comfort slows you down, reach for natural relief. Night and Day Hemp's extra strength CBD pain relief balm melts into aching muscles, delivering warmth you can feel. Soothe your body naturally. Feel free to move again. Night and Day Hemp Balm melts away tension so you can enjoy every moment. Feel the difference fast. Real relief, real results. Order now at Night and Day Herbals.
All right, y'all. All right, we back, man. We glad to be helping people out, man. People that be going through pain issues. A lot of people saying this helped them out to have a better quality of life where they can get through their work shift. They could do things around the house. Their joints feel better when they're using our products. So that's what it's about, man. Being a service to the community, and providing good quality products, and that's what we specialize in. So we appreciate y'all that been, locking in with us and buying our products, man.
People been depending on us for years now.
Right. And we appreciate y'all. And y'all appreciate us. People hit us up all the time and let us know how, the products is working. You know what I mean? And all that. So we appreciate y'all, man. So we got to get into Jay-Z. So Jay-Z recently did an interview with GQ. Now Jay-Z's back out here. He gotta work because the economy ain't doing so good. So the niggas gotta get back out and work. So he's making his presence known. He's making his rounds. He got, you know what I mean? So he just did an interview with GQ. And a lot of things was talked about in there with the Kendrick Lamar thing and Drake, the Super Bowl thing, um, the grape allegations that he was facing with Tony Busby last year in 2025. And that's the part we're going to highlight. I mean, it's probably other things we could break down out of this interview, but that's one of the things we're going to get into because we had covered that previously. So let's get into Jay-Z on GQ um, interview. Let's get into it. Let me know if y'all can hear it too. Make sure y'all click that like button. Let's get it. All right, hold on. Bring this over here. All right.
I was thinking about how you described last year as being angry and for the first time in a while. Yeah. I wondered what it felt like to be pulled back into that feeling and how you pulled yourself out or how you leaned on the people around you.
Yeah.
I've been saying to pull
I needed the people around me more than ever. Mm-hmm. Because usually when I have that feeling, I would just make music and it's be therapeutic. I'll be able to, I'll blow it out.
Yeah.
And I would be like, I'll move on. I had to sit in that for a long time. And luckily I had that. And right, again, I built this this circle that's really safe for me of people that really love me, not using me, and really care for my best interests. So I was able to have that in the time, the most crucial time for me.
Yeah.
Especially people that were close to me. And I'll explain. So when those type of things happen, people run. They don't care what happened. They don't care. It's like, save yourself.
Yeah.
So I have partners. I've had big deals with, I called my guy from LVMH, hey man, this is coming. And I can't get rid of it. I can't take a settlement.
Yeah.
It ain't in my DNA. First of all, I had to tell my wife, let's just back up.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't even in me. I know what this is the weight that this is gonna bring on our family.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it. The makeup, I would die. It would have been cheaper, yes. Cheaper, quicker, move on with your life. It was like a testament because people know me. Like, I know who you are, and that's impossible. And not only we standing by you, but what do you need?
Yeah. What did you kind of do to come back from that personally or emotionally, I guess?
I'm still working with that. That's a great question. I'm still dealing with that.
What was it like watching Blue come to her own?
All right, so that was Jay basically, saying that he was, pretty much angry at the fact that them allegations were put on him. I mean, in my opinion, I didn't feel like Jay-Z did that shit with Diddy. You know what I mean? So I never felt like he did that. I didn't think that he was that type of nigga that would do that. I mean,
that story wasn't.
And then it came, and then then it came out. It was a lie. It was a lie anyway. The person that accused him of it came out and had to, basically admit that it was a lie because the story wasn't adding up or none of that. So, and I felt that he didn't do no shit like that. I mean, coming from, the streets and coming from that whole world and that whole side of things where, no women, no kids policy. I don't think that nigga had the mindset to want to do something to a 13-year-old. That's crazy. But
they want his masters, man.
They want the masters at the end of the day.
They want the masters at the end of the day. That's why Rihanna crib got shot up.
Yeah, right. Full chill. What you think? Jay-Z left behaving for dead. Yeah. That's a whole nother thing right there. All right. You said he left for dead. I mean, you said they wanted the masters. Rihanna's masters.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Masters. Like right now, this is a crucial point in the industries right now. Everybody in the industry know everybody who knows what's going on know that everything is about to switch to the
Yeah.
blockchain.
Right.
And they want that music to have, because that music is going to make trillions of dollars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, the
Facts.
people don't understand how the money is going to be flowing on a blockchain. It's going to be way different than how things was flowing in the past. So they're
Yeah.
going to get real. You're going to see more stuff coming out. You're going to see more people coming at Jay and Rihanna and all these people who who still own a
Yeah.
bunch of assets and own all their own music and everything.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
coming
Right.
for them.
Right.
They coming.
All right. So hold on. I think it's some parts that wasn't played because I don't know. They kind of chopped it up. So let me go back to here real quick.
It's been a long time since you sat down for one of these.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
What have you been up to?
Wow, everything, a lot. Most people go through their things, you know, very privately.
You took it on tour,
live every night. It was so healing. I'm fucking Jay-Z. Respectfully.
Or
like, for what? Oh, to what end?
How would you rate your 2025? Like, looking back on the last year?
It was hard, really hard. I was like heartbroken.
Really?
Yeah. I'm glad we got right to that, you know, so we could just get that out the way.
Okay.
Like, I was really heartbroken by like everything that occurred, you know, with all like, you know, we in the space now where it's just like, almost like consequence is not thought about enough. So everything is so instant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like that whole Busby.
The civil lawsuit that was dropped, dismissed.
That shit took a lot out of me. I was angry. I haven't been that angry in a long time. Uncontrollable anger. Like, you don't put that on someone. Like, that's the thing that you better be super sure. It used to be like that. Like, you have to be super sure before you put those kind of things on a person. Especially a person like me. Like, even when we were doing the worst things, we were doing bad, we had those kind of rules. There was a line, no women, no kids. You know, you hear those sayings, but those are things that I took from the street. You know, morals, integrity, code. Those things I took because we lived and died by that. So it's strict for me. Like, it meant a lot to me. I took that really hard. And I knew that we was gonna walk through that. We was gonna walk through that. Because, you know, first of all, it's not true. And the truth is, you know, at the end of the day, it still reigns supreme. When you're feeling these feelings, how do you then bounce back and get back to being Jay-Z? I don't know. This is the first thing I'm doing. Yeah. Actually. It was just like, all right, man, we played enough defense. 2026 is all offense.
All right. So basically, he's just saying that all that shit against him that's coming out, he's gonna combat all that shit. Got his lawyers taking care of that. Basically, all right. Shout out to y'all just coming in here. Food Chill, Live, Learn, Love, Michelle Walker, Renetta Perry. Shout out to y'all just coming in here. Yeah. So this is Jay-Z finally breaking his silence in an interview, which he rarely does. Jay-Z rarely does interviews. He only pop out when it's necessary, you know, to push his brand further in whatever he got going on. So he's addressing the great allegations with the 13-year-old alongside with Sean Puffy Diddy Combs. And, you know, it came out that that was a lie anyway. Like, the 13-year-old, well, which was an adult when she, you know, brought these allegations. And it was a whole play by Tony Busby, the lawyer that had the Diddy 1-800 Diddy hotline and had all those people calling up. And you know, so I never thought Jay-Z was going, you know, those allegations against him and Diddy with the 13-year-old was facts or true. Like, I didn't never believe that shit anyway. Because the way they was telling the story, it didn't add up. You know, even
The
even
dad
the
didn't know what
yeah,
the
even the
hell was
yeah.
going on.
Yeah, because remember, suppose the dad had dropped her off at the MTV Music Awards party or something like that. And the dad said that never happened. He would remember if that ever happened. To drop her off at a party with celebrities at 13 years old, he said he had no recollection of that even happening. So But then it more it came out later on that she had to admit that it was a lie. So I ain't believe that shit. You know what I mean? Um,
So the purpose is to basically as a smear campaign
yeah,
because they want to make these celebrities who own a lot of their own music and own a lot of assets. They want to make them look, bad before the public.
yeah, hurt their
So
brand, basically damage their brand to the point where they have to sell off, where they have to start selling off, you know, uh, products. I mean, their assets. Yeah,
that's the key right there. They want them to sell off.
sell off the assets, right?
Like we mentioned on the live stream yesterday, you see how Biggie estate, how they sold
Yeah,
all
they
they
sold that
all
off.
yeah, all of his
150.
music, Biggie's music, his image, everything was sold.
Right.
$100 million.
Yeah.
And they want all these artists to do the same. So I'm telling you, these artists are really about to go through it because the system is not going to stop.
Yeah.
They're going to be relentless until they get every bit of all of their assets. They don't care what happened to them afterwards.
Yeah. Right.
They
Right.
just know that they want those assets, and they run smear campaigns. They try to set them up.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna stop till they all looking like R. Kelly or Tory Lanez, pretty much.
Yeah. Right. Because those masters, a lot of these artists, those especially artists like Jay-Z, they
They're gonna be
masters
worth
is
so much money.
tr- psh, we
They're gonna
talking
be worth
billions.
so much money.
We talking about double-digit billions because
Right.
the blockchain and that whole digital space is something different. It's something like we never seen before, where the actual fans can actually participate in investing in the
Ownership.
music, in ownership
Yep.
of the music.
Right.
Like us regular folk can actually buy a piece of the Thriller album.
Right.
Any Michael Jackson album, any big time artist, the Beatles, whoever, the general population will, have access to buy into that, which is crazy.
And you can buy and sell at any time
Buy and
because
sell,
the
right,
liquidity is going to be there because of how cryptocurrency move, how
right,
digital currencies move. People don't understand like the type of world that we stepping into. A lot of people need to catch, and that's why the establishment is so aggressive towards these artists. And I don't know if these artists recognize this or not, but I mean, I would be scared as hell as an artist. Well, I wouldn't be scared, but a
right,
lot of them should be because they coming. They not going to stop until they get every bit of your assets. They're not going to stop. They're not because they know how much it's going to be worth, and these companies already feel like they own these
right.
artists.
Yeah. Damn, this is crazy.
Yeah,
So I mean, and like you said, we're gonna start seeing a lot more of these
right.
artists. A lot of them did sell their publishing off already. Like
Yeah, a lot of them did.
I seen Nelly. Nelly sold his publishing off. Um, it was somebody else. Uh, Damn, it was somebody recently that sold their publishing off. Damn, who was that recently sold their publishing? It was just announced, like, was it last week or something like that? Yeah, but the point is that these artists is selling their publishing off. These and a lot of them that just sold their publishing off took no less than $100 million because
Right.
they know what it's going to be worth in the future. Like the tech companies and the ones that's ahead of this crypto space with the blockchain,
Hmm.
they know what the potential of actually, you know, putting this stuff on the blockchain. They know it's going to drive up the market, crazy.
Right. And the Clarity Act is coming. The Clarity
Clarity
Act,
Act is
that's
coming.
gonna yep. That's basically gonna bring a lot of this crypto stuff into law. So they already bought in the stablecoin act, so it's coming. This is for sure. This is a for sure thing. They want everything digital. And once that happened, the whole world is going to change
Yeah,
instantly.
what act they already signed in already? It was what act was that?
It was it was about the stablecoin. It was the stablecoin.
Yeah, it was
Um
the Genius Act. Genius Act.
yeah. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
about the stable coins
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and how that they sign those in, and then and once they sign the Clarity Act, then that's going to set the infrastructure for institutions and everything to deal with cryptocurrency. Once that see they that's why the companies are so aggressive right now, because they want to own a lot of these assets before that happen. And I'm telling you, a lot of these artists who already sold they publishing and sold off all their assets, the best thing to do is buy digital currency.
Oh, Steph Sweetie said Eve sold her publishing. Okay. That might have, I think that's who it was. Yep.
It's basically get down and lay down. Y'all remember?
Bro,
it's kind of ironic because that's what the state property and them all was on that in the early 2000s. Something get down and lay down, but the actual companies are on that mindset right now. And the government is on that mindset: get down or lay down.
And it was all done by design because the tech, the digital, the streaming world with the music is not really paying these artists anyway. So it was a whole play to basically set up the streaming where these artists was only going to see but so much off the streaming. So I think it's like 25 cents for every 1,000 streams or something like that. So if you ain't getting billions and billions of streams, you ain't really making no money. So a lot of these artists' catalog is just, they ain't really making no money off their catalog. So they being forced to sell it out basically. And that was the whole play. That was the whole setup.
And in the big picture, they bleeding us. The economy is really bad. The government and all them and these corporations, they bleeding us dry. The cost of living and everything going up because how the central banks is manipulating the economy. Yep, they manipulating the market. Yep, manipulating the economy. And a lot of people, they trying to keep up with their old lifestyle and they can't. Especially celebrities, like a lot of them probably they realize, oh shit, maybe I was living above my means all these years. Because now it's starting to get like, look at Floyd Mayweather. He got 3 fights lined up. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is going broke. These are people that we all looked at like, oh, these are billionaires. These are billionaires. Even though, you know what I mean, we know a lot of them was not moving they own money. They was moving other people's money around. We know that for sure. But I mean, look how aggressive they came at Kanye. Look how aggressive, you know what I mean, they coming at Bill Cosby still. Like anybody who own anything, anybody who's anybody in the industry, man, they on you. They on you.
Right. So yeah, so you gonna like, that's crazy that you that you see Jay-Z gotta be back out here in the public's eye all heavy and shit, because and you know him, he ain't really a media type guy, so you really never seen him, like that, far as with interviews and shit like that. But now he gotta get his ass back out here and get back on the algorithm in order to sell tickets and shit.
Well, that's the only reason why he's in the media. That's the only reason why he's in the media, because to do interviews, because he got the tour out there that he got coming. And that makes sense. I mean, if you ain't got nothing going on and you making money other type of way, you ain't gonna be out there in the media if you ain't gotta be. But now since his lifestyle is becoming too expensive because the economy is doing really bad by design, he got, like you said, he gotta get his ass back out there and work. The banks ain't paying him, they ain't paying him anymore. Banks ain't giving him the loans and the credit lines and all that shit that he was getting before, because the bank's cutting back on all of that.
Right.
I mean, we $39 trillion in debt. Our national debt in the United States is $39 trillion. We headed to $40 trillion in debt and $2 trillion in credit card debt.
I mean, he got a war going on that's taking place where they're
that war, and that's fake.
Right.
Because even if the war wasn't happening, the economy still would be as bad as it is now. They're just using the war. They just using the war as a reason to drain the economy even more right now. Because apparently that war costs hundreds of millions of dollars a day.
Right.
So we're already $39 trillion in debt, and he got us in a war where we're actually paying $100 million a day just to participate in this war that really ain't supposed to have nothing to do with us. Tell you the truth.
Well, they it's Operation Takeover Resources, so they're trying to just go on these countries and take the resources over. I mean, that's
Same thing they
basically what
doing
they
to these
on.
artists.
Yeah, it's Operation Takeover.
Operation Takeover on
Hmm
all levels.
When you heard Trump say, "Yeah, we can go into Cuba and just do what we want," like we could either take it, free it, or just take it. He said, "Take Cuba." He said, "Yeah, we could just go and take it." You hearing this nigga talk like that, bro, and you know that's the shit they on. That's their mindset is we going to take these countries that got that's sitting on resources. We going in there and taking that. I mean, he kidnapped Venezuela president and the wife and took the oil, gave it to Israel. Now it's fueling Israel to take over the Middle East. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if
You're
they
gonna
think
see a
they,
lot more celebrities move overseas.
yeah, but if they think that shit gonna work, mm-mm. They basically sending them soldiers on the dummy mission to go in there and die, sacrifice, blood sacrifice, basically.
You're gonna have a lot of people trying to flee America
Hmm
and move overseas because it's gonna get even worse here because 39 trillion in national debt, y'all.
Right? People are already going to,
39 trillion. I don't
well,
think
people.
people understand what's going on right now.
Well, you look at the percentages of people leaving the country. It's a high percentage of like we never seen before. So you got people moving to different, different countries and shit, just leaving.
That's because these
Uh,
people understand economics. They realize that the money is devaluing.
uh,
But when you go to these other countries, your money is still strong.
yeah, like Ghana. I see a lot of people talking. We moving to Ghana or they moving to other places that where they money, yeah, where they can benefit the most, get the most out of their money. Hey, sometimes you got to relocate, you know.
And a
But
lot
yeah,
of people even Cali too, because the taxes is high as
yeah,
shit over there.
California, right.
I don't understand how people's even still living over there. Why is anybody who making any type of real money is still living over there? Because you're definitely you're being scammed. You're being scammed basically. The amount of taxes you pay over there and all that, you're being scammed. Like 100% you're scammed. It don't even make no sense. It's certain places that just don't make no sense to live, and that's one of them. It I mean, shout out to our subscribers who are from Cali, but the taxes over there is just
Shit, I know
you
they know. Who y'all that's tuning in from
it's the
Cali,
same thing as
y'all
like
know.
living in New York City. Like, why the
Right.
fuck would people still live in New York City? Like, it just don't make any sense. Like, we're already being robbed. Like, everybody in the United States is being robbed by their government already, and you're gonna live in a place where they rob you even more. It's insane to me. Like, we're all being robbed, y'all. And there's
It's
levels
the
to the
fir-
robbery.
yeah,
There's levels
it's
to it.
right.
Because the more you
And this,
have, that's the more you're gonna be robbed. That's why a lot of these celebrities are gonna move overseas. And they're trying. Didn't they say something about Jay and them trying to move what to England or some or move over? Like they trying to flee the country or some shit like that. I don't know. That could
oh
just be a
yeah,
rumor. That could just
yeah. I
be a rumor.
mean,
But it's talks that they
shit.
even trying to leave and shit.
Yeah, they probably gonna make this last run and probably get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah,
They
tell
probably
you the truth. Tell you the truth. A
making this
lot of these
last
celebrities
run.
ain't even safe in America.
They making this last run.
A lot of them ain't even safe here.
Right. They making this last run and then they getting up out of here.
Look at Ye. Ye spending a lot of his time overseas. He don't even be in America like that.
All right. Yeah, but this
Shit ain't worth it.
sheesh. Yeah, right. Well, well, yeah, we see what's going on. We see what's going on. And we gonna see a lot more shit playing out in the media in front of our eyes. A lot of this shit is distractions too. So, a lot of this shit is gonna be playing out in front of our eyes on social media. See a lot more of this shit going on. But yeah, man. I was trying to see if let me see if I can
I know y'all see them prices out there, them gas prices, them food
Oh
prices.
yeah, the price. Yeah, people could definitely complain
They
about them
bleeding
gas
us all
prices.
dry right now.
Right.
They bleeding us all dry right now.
Yeah. You see, that's $5.99 at certain places. $5.98, $4.92, shit like that. I'm like, dang. I like,
That's
and that's
because our
usually
money.
happens with wars. You
How would
know,
our
gas
money
prices
even?
be high as shit.
How would our money even? At $39 trillion in debt. Like how why would we think our money would even still be as strong as it was even a couple years ago? If we're
Right, right,
reaching almost $40 trillion in debt just in a couple of
right.
years. Like we're going
Yeah,
up
right.
trillions of dollars per year in debt. Like our government is out of control right now. Our
Mm-hmm.
government is and it don't matter what administration. It don't matter if it's Biden, Trump. None of that shit don't even matter. They all running those numbers up like that because they doing all this unnecessary spending and all this unnecessary sending money to these countries like Ukraine and Israel and all. And every administration was guilty of that. All this money that they sending over there, as well as all these occupying all these countries and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's all we just let I'm gonna be honest with you. We're gonna have to blame ourselves for this because we're letting our government get out of control like this. Like the people, it's a time where the people have to step in. And the thing is, if the people don't step in, it's not going to get any better. And then they got this Epstein shit going on. And you know what I mean? That right there, even telling you the people we giving all our money to,
Yeah,
most of
right,
them is on
right.
the Epstein list. These are
That's that shit.
pedophiles and creeps and all this. They got, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They got us basically enslaved to them. We're enslaved to people like Epstein, y'all. We giving all our money to people
Man,
like that.
shit. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, and then a lot of our tech dollars is going to shit that we ain't agreed to, like this bullshit ass war that's taking place. Like we didn't, like that's crazy how they can just make moves without the people just saying so and take our money to do that shit. Like, yo, we ain't asked for that shit. We ain't asked for y'all to go in to the Middle East and start bombing Iran and start taking shit over. Nah, we ain't asked y'all to go to Venezuela and take the oil. This shit has nothing to do with us. It really doesn't. So why we gotta give our tax dollars to that shit that ain't got nothing to do with us?
And they
That
squeezing
shit,
us for every
that
penny.
shit got everything to do with them. Like it don't have nothing to do with us at all. I only like, mm-mm.
And then they squeezing us for every penny. They want to know how much money we sending on Cash App and all this type of shit. If it's $10 or more, they want to know about it. Like what type of? But then they
I,
taking all the money
right,
and with no oversight and just wasting it, throwing it into a black hole, and the trillions are going up higher and higher. And then they
let me
come
see
after
something.
us to pay that back because they expect the taxpayers to pay that $1 trillion, that $40 trillion debt back. That's that they putting that on us, the taxpayers, when they doing all the outrageous spending without even getting any type of oversight. Is they just
It's
doing whatever they want to do? They doing
39
whatever they want
trillion.
to do.
Yeah, it's
Trillions.
at 39 trillion, 29 billion, 840, I mean 804 million. And the clock of this goes on from there. That's it kind of breaks it down. US federal spending, it's 7 trillion. US federal budget deficit. Yeah, this shit is crazy.
Yeah, we in trouble over here. People
Let me
just don't.
see.
People don't understand how bad it
Let me
is.
see how to
And it's because people believe the media because you go according to the media, they tell you if you watch these politicians and all that shit address the nation, they say, "Oh, the economy is doing good. We haven't seen so many people got so many good jobs and the money is flowing. Everybody's happy." They That's how they present that to us. But when you look at the reality around you, when you at the gas pump or you go to the grocery store, you're like, "Oh, that shit's definitely a lie." But they got some people convinced. Even though
let
they
me see.
struggling, they still got some people convinced. that they for them. Like, I don't understand how people think that anybody who stepped through that Oval Office or any of those politicians is for them at this moment of time. All them, and most of them on the Epstein list. I got to keep bringing that up because you got to remember this war is also a distraction against the people who should be arrested, who's on that Epstein list. Right. We can't forget about that.
Yeah, we
So
gotta
that's
keep,
also
right. Keep the focus on the fact that this Epstein shit is still a big problem because nobody going to jail. So it means these people are still operating as we speak right now. While they pushing this war shit, they also still sex trafficking children, women, kids against their will. So we got to
And the
keep in
thing is,
mind.
they use the war. They use the war to get a lot of those kids.
Yeah, keep in mind.
They kill off the parents, and then those war zones. They have the UN and all them in there stealing kids. Like, that's another thing. They love using war as an excuse to go in there because the parents would be dead. It is these kids left alive, and kids is basically open game to these creeps.
Yeah, a lot of them is used for slave labor too. So let's not forget that this shit is still a war on that. It's still a war on that shit, and that's where the general population come in at. Like the people is basically at war with our own government with this type of shit lingering around with this Epstein shit and all that. That's
crazy.
That's crimes against fucking humanity. You know what I mean? People die behind this shit that's going on. And then they sending off these young people to war is even more blood sacrifice. Because that's what this shit is. It's a blood sacrifice. If you sending people into unknown terrain to basically die, they don't even know how the fuck to get into Iran, bro. They gonna send them people, they sending them 5,000 soldiers over here as a blood sacrifice, bro. Because they don't know how to get in no goddamn. They really think they know how to, operate in that terrain? No. The Iranians know that shit in and out, but to send some soldiers in there blindsided that don't have no recollection of that terrain or even know how to get in and out of that, they simply just gonna die, bro. That's it. So I'm looking at this as like, yeah, this is a blood sacrifice that they gotta offer up basically.
They make a lot of money off our pain.
They damn sure do.
And that's basically what our government is into, making money off of pain. I don't know why people don't see this yet. Like, none of them are for us. They love making money off our pain and suffering.
Damn, look at Lil Zaza said taxes in California 13.33%.
Yeah, that's a scam.
In New York, it's 8%. So Cali,
bro, that's 8%.
Still high.
It's still high as shit. Nigga,
God,
this is a scam, bro. And plus, you get taxed for everything.
Right.
You get taxed on the same shit for everything. Like, look at the amount of taxes that you pay just for owning a vehicle and driving a vehicle back and forth. You're getting taxed through tolls. You're getting taxed through insurance. You're getting taxed through. You taxed through the gas, road taxes.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? States where you gotta get state inspections and shit. You getting taxed on that. Like, it's just like 20 different taxes for one thing.
Right.
Like, that's literally a scam. And then the government take that money and fund people like Epstein with it. That's where we at in the world. They take all that money and they fund pedophiles and murderers and thieves and people who commit crimes against humanity. That's who they're funding with that. That's the reality that we're in, y'all. That's the reality. That's where our tax dollars are going. Because it ain't helping nobody. Look around. Just drive around. Look, all the homeless people out here. You know what I'm saying? All the holes in the street. All these goddamn potholes and shit. You can't even effing up your car. But they take all the money, road taxes and all that, but they ain't using it to fix anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that goes to show you they not using any of this money. Look at the education system. That's screwed. So we paying all this money out for all these taxes. We still $39 trillion in debt, and nobody's being helped. But our government stay at war. They stay having money for war. They stay having money to send over there to Israel, to Ukraine, or parts of Africa. They got all the money in the world to do all of that shit, but none of that money comes back to here to help anybody here.
Right.
All they want is just more money from us.
All right, man. We're gonna switch gears real quick. We're gonna switch gears on this because I want to pull this up. All right, because since we on the topic of Shawn Carter and all that, I mean, of course we talking about, you know, the economy and all that shit, because that's definitely need to be talked about. But I was just gonna shift, you know, switch gears and get into this because I just seen this on the timeline. So you got Young Miami says supporting Diddy caused her, basically damaged her whole brand and shit. So Charlamagne recently did an interview with Young Miami on, you know, speaking on, you know, her support that she had for Diddy during the time he was going through some shit. So I wanted to get into that. Make sure y'all click that like button if y'all haven't. Y'all just tuning in and shit. All right, before we get into that, let's get into a quick commercial break. We'll be right back before we get into this shit. All right, make sure y'all stay tuned. All right.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.
All right, y'all know where the link's at. Links in the chat, links in the description of this video. You know, our website, we sell natural herbal products, man. So make sure y'all check out the website. We got a lot of good products on there, high quality products that you ain't gonna get nowhere else but on nightandayherbals.com. Because all this shit is handcrafted, you know, by us and merchants, other merchants that we work with that sell natural products. So y'all ain't gonna get this type of quality nowhere else. Yeah, I mean, so all right, so let's get into it real quick. All right, so this is Young Miami says supporting Diddy caused her a lot, but believes he's a changed man, whatever that shit means. I guess let's get into it to see what the F she's talking about.
What the hell?
Let's see what she's talking about. All right, so this is Charlamagne interviewing her. That Young Miami opens up about open up about support for Diddy and how it impacted her brand. So let's get into it. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
When someone, you know, you were connected to becomes the center of serious allegations and legal issues, how do you reconcile the person you knew with the headlines everybody else sees?
I think in life, you always get put in something or a situation where you gotta make a life decision, and you gotta look back and say, like, what makes sense for me right now? You know, like, I can love this person, but I can love this person from a distance, or, you know, I can have a relationship with this person, but maybe I gotta come back to it. Like, maybe I gotta come back around. And I think that was one of those situations.
You wrote a letter vouching for Diddy's character. And a lot of people were upset because they was like, you know, how could she do that after seeing the video with Cassie? A lot of people wanted to know why you decided to still write that letter.
I think I wrote a letter for a change man. I think that the man that I met and that I experienced would change. I'm not going to justify some bullshit or like.
When someone, you know, you were connected to.
Support some, but if I felt like that person was a change, and I felt like the person that I met was changed, it was a different experience. So that's why I wrote the letter.
How do you reconcile supporting someone publicly when the court of public opinion is saying something completely different?
Because if I meet you today, or if my time that I experienced with you is one way, I can only judge that person that way. So it's just like, I can't speak to nothing that I don't know of. I can only speak to the person that I met. And if I met this person that changed my life, that helped me grow, that treated me like a queen, that made me believe in myself, it's like, that's what I know. And I feel like people can have opinions, but I can only judge a person off of what I know and what I experienced. Like, I can't speak on nothing that I never was a part of, that support I never knew. Like, I can only judge who I met. I can only judge who I was in a relationship with.
Were you afraid that they might call you to testify?
No, I never hid nothing. I don't have nothing to hide.
You seem like a very loyal person.
I am.
At what point does loyalty become a liability?
All right.
That's a good question, Shawn.
Loyalty become a
We got
liability.
time. We can just sit here and tell you.
Shit.
I mean,
meaning because you might be with somebody and at some point you realize just you even being loyal to this person to a fault, at some point you might have to cut them off because they might start bringing you down.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but also I just feel like if a person, let's just say for instance, right, I'm gonna just use this as a scenario. Imagine a person help you become a better version of yourself, or help you believe in yourself, or help you just experience new things, or it's still I never knew. Like I can only judge who I met. Positive for you. It's kind of hard to say fuck you, you going through this shit. I don't give a fuck. Like I gotta just fuck you. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very hard because it's like I don't want to kick somebody while they down, and I don't want to just say fuck you, you going through that shit. You got to figure it out because I like you, my friend. I have a relationship with you. I have a personal relationship with you. Like I know you. It's like family. Like we like locked in. So it's like that's a hard situation, and it's just like I cannot just turn my back on somebody like that easy.
Did being tied to the Diddy situation impact your brand in any way?
It did.
Really?
It did. Bad.
Like I'm not talking about just social media shit. I'm talking about in real life.
It did.
Like what?
It was a lot. Like I lost deals, I lost money, I lost relationships, I lost a lot. And you know, here I am. Positive for you.
Now I understand what she's saying as far as with her having her own experience with Diddy. Maybe she didn't experience what Cassie experienced. You know what I'm saying? So she's speaking from that place. But I understand she's, you know, you can still speak on, you know, rather the situation was, you know, a fucked up situation what he did to Cassie. I guess she's saying that what he did as far as with Cassie was a messed up situation, but she didn't experience that with him because the Cassie shit was like what 6 years prior, 10 years prior, some shit like that. She's saying that supporting Diddy fucked her brand up, like you know, so. Yeah, I mean, of course it's gonna do that. I mean, look, if you was tied to the nigga and he got all these, you know, all this shit going on, of course it's gonna damage your brand because they gonna look at you like, all right, what you know? And then she wrote that letter, basically, you know, basically supporting Diddy. But then I understand that if he put her on. I mean, he put her on, and you know, so I guess she's coming from that point like. Damn, the nigga did, you know, we was in a relationship, he did put me on, so why should I be like, just fuck him and just forget about him, period. When, I mean, yeah, you will struggle between that. Like, if you had a relationship with a person and, you know, that person puts you in position, I mean, are you just, you know, rather, you know, you looking at that person as family and, you know, whatever, so do you just say F them and going about your business and all that? At the time where they're down like that, I mean, that would be a struggle between that. So I understand where she's coming from with that. So I ain't gonna totally, you know, dog her out and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's her experience. She's speaking from her own experience with the nigga Diddy. So you know, I ain't gonna knock her for that shit. I know a lot of people gonna look at her like, Young Miami, you full of shit. What you know Diddy was doing all that shit and this and that or whatever. I mean, what the fuck else can happen? I mean, the nigga in jail already. She said her brand got damaged behind this shit. What else do people want? You know what I mean, at this point. You know what I'm saying?
There's a rumor that Diddy might be getting out soon.
For real? Where you see that at?
They was saying something like in some months' time. It's a possibility, but I doubt it.
I mean, it depends on if the lawyers find some areas where he can possibly get out. It depends on what the lawyers find. They might find a gray area. They might find a hole in the case or something, and they might be
Yeah, it
able to
happened with Bill
that.
Cosby.
Yeah, Bill got
Let's
out.
not forget, y'all.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't think they're gonna let Diddy out, but who knows? Stranger things have happened.
All right. Yeah. That, that'd be crazy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you never know, bro. We seen, like we said, we seen shit like that happen before. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Person was supposed
technically,
to
they said
serve
his release date is supposed to be
2028.
2028. Yeah,
Yeah,
but they saying that he could be released earlier due to rehabilitation programs
yeah,
and appeals and shit.
yeah,
So
that can get he can get out on you know yeah, because when you participate in certain programs in prison, yeah,
right,
it can lessen your sentence. So yeah, that's
right.
possible. Yeah, you might F around see Diddy getting out 2027. Yeah, it might F around get out 2027, bro.
Or shit, who knows? It could be by the end of this year. Who
Yeah,
knows?
right.
I mean, my
Because he
my
do have
theory
time
is
to
they're
serve.
not gonna let him out, but
Yeah, you
I
don't
could be
think they're gonna let
wrong.
him out
But my theory is they ain't gonna want to let him out, and then they still trying to find ways to
to keep him
they
in there?
still looking for shit. Yeah, they want to keep him in there.
Y'all let us know. You think they're gonna let Diddy out, or they gonna find a way to keep him in there? Y'all let us know in the comments on the replay, and y'all in the chat. Y'all think they're gonna let Diddy out, or they gonna find a way to keep his ass in there another decade, another 20 something years?
Shit, what moves do he got to even play at this point if he was let out? Like his brand is basically ruined.
I mean, nah, but you gotta think about it. It's still ways to make money, even on the downside of things,
Oh, for
because
sure.
he has a story. He has a story. So books, interviews,
I mean, he could do the books and he could do that shit now.
news, documentaries, shit like that.
Right.
Like, imagine Diddy doing an interview with freshly getting out of prison, bro, or doing a interview from prison. That'll break the internet. We know that's gonna break the internet. So whoever gets that interview or whatever, and he's going to want to get paid for that interview. Like he's going to want to get paid a couple $1 million for that interview because that's an interview. Those type of interviews are, worth that much because people want to know, what's his day to day life in prison. What he going through. People want to know the personal shit. You know what I mean? Like, why did you do the things you was doing? And shit like that. It's just that's just what society we live in. Um, At this point, yeah, they need to let R. Kelly up out of there at this point. I think he served his goddamn time. I think he served enough of his time already. Like it's like that's what I'm
They
saying.
ain't planning on letting R. Kelly out.
Let him out? Hell no, they ain't gonna
Yeah,
let.
nah.
Like,
You say you think he served his time?
yeah, how long he been in there? Since what?
Years. It's what since like what 2000 and what
Let me see
2020
when
or
R. Kelly
something?
got
Some years.
sentenced. I might be wrong on the time because I'm thinking it's still like 20 in the teens. Let me see when R. Kelly got sentenced. When R. Kelly got sentenced. Kelly got sentenced. Yeah, what date? The date, Mitty Ficky, the date.
That was like 2020, 2021. One of
Oh
them.
yeah, 2000. Nah, he got 30 years. Oh, 20. Nah, my bad. That's too soon. 2022. Nah. That's too soon. You know what I'm saying?
So he
He
would
been in
only
there.
serve 4 years, four to
Yeah,
5 years.
yeah. Kels, I don't know. Kels might need to sit a little longer for that shit.
30 years? That's
If not
insane,
30
bro.
though. Yeah, not 30.
That's
30
excessive.
is 30 is excessive, bro.
Well,
30
them
years
companies
is
want to make
excessive.
sure he never be able to be in position to even basically go at them for his masters and shit and all the money that they own. So that best to believe that those industries, the music industry, had something to do with that 30-year sentence for sure, guaranteed.
Yeah. It's favor for a favor. You know, them societies and shit.
Right.
I mean, favors and shit. They be getting a lot of favoritism goes on in that.
That's a dirty industry, man. That's
Like, like,
that's woo.
like I seen a joint earlier where Cameron was talking about Vix McMahon speeding on the highway doing like 130 and crashed and shit. And he got off on that shit. They like it's on camera. Let me see if I can pull that up.
Oh
That's
yeah,
some
that's a
funny ass
video.
shit.
Yeah, that video
Let me
with Vince,
yeah,
Vince McMahon.
let me pull that shit up, bro.
Yeah, they
They
didn't even.
said he well connected in Connecticut to the point that he got off on that shit, bro. Like he literally put the other person's life in danger by crashing into him and all that. And the
Yeah.
judge said he only had to pay $1,000 and he made the case go away. That's crazy. So what type of connect that shows you right there that some of these motherfuckers be having crazy connections.
And let me
You know
ask
what I
you a
mean?
question. Like, while we on the topic, what did R. Kelly do different than Hugh Hefner?
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
What
Nothing.
what did Diddy do different than Hugh Hefner?
Nah,
You know what I'm saying? Except that
Diddy.
they got except that they skin
Yeah, but
are different complexions.
the thing about Diddy, he was just I mean he's sleeping with prostitutes with his girlfriend. That was it. There was not really nothing else to it. He was sleeping with prostitutes with his girlfriend.
Yeah, the freak off. That's why I said what's
Yeah,
different than what Hugh Hefner was doing. Hugh Hefner was doing a lot more shit than them. If you
yeah,
actually
right.
you want to break it down.
Facts. What about
And,
Mike Jeffrey? Why Mike
he
Jeff?
was dealing
Yeah,
with
yeah,
underage,
but Mike
and Hugh
Jeffries
Hefner
got
was
off.
dealing with underage women, underage girls.
Mike Jeffries got charged with the same thing Diddy got charged with. He got off. Mike Jeffrey
Yeah,
walked scot free. Ain't had to face a day in jail or go to court for it. Mike Jeffries, we talking about Abercrombie and Finch, former CEO. Mike Jeffries, he got
there you
off.
go.
So why is Diddy still sitting in jail when that white man get off? That don't make no goddamn sense. But we know, like we said, certain people, certain people is that's higher up in in that world. They above basically above the law. Until the two certain people in that world want them to go down.
Bingo.
It ain't time. If it ain't time for them to go down, then it ain't going down. But
Bingo.
yeah, Mike Jeffries got off scot free. They said he was too incompetent to even face trial. They put him in like a nut ward psych John for like a couple months, and that's all he had to do. That's it, and then he got to walk scot free, no charge. He got out on $10 million bail, and he's never to be seen again. You don't even
That's
hear
what's
about
up.
Mike Jeffries no more. You don't see
That's
him nowhere. You don't hear about him. Yeah, it's like he's totally off the hook and out the public eye, and probably somewhere chilling on an island, still messing with kids and shit.
Who knows?
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
wouldn't put it past him.
Mike Jeffries is still could be somewhere on the island messing with kids. Yep.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
I mean
bro.
that's the reality of the world that we in. Unfortunately.
All right, let me see. Damn, I forgot where. I thought I saved this shit, but damn, did I save it? Let me see if I saved it, y'all. I was trying to pull up this camera video. We talking about Vince McMahon and shit. Is this it?
If y'all haven't already, make sure y'all subscribe and click that notification bell. Like this video.
Let me see.
Thumbs up this video.
Cameron, Vince McMahon.
Yeah, there's a video online with Vince McMahon being pulled over by the cops.
Yeah, that's the John. That's the John. That's the John he was talking about. That's the John. Ken was talking about. Damn, he was going. He was going like a buck. He was going like a $130. That nigga just crashed. That nigga crashed out. Crashed into somebody else.
And he been drinking.
And he was drinking. He was high as shit and drinking.
Yeah. Then he claimed he just came back from somebody's funeral, a buddy's funeral or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And he out there, he gonna cause another funeral.
Yeah, Vince McMahon crazy as shit.
Yeah, all he had, you know what happened? He made a few
There you
calls,
go.
and it's like it never happened.
Yeah, there you go. I got it. I got it for y'all. I got it for y'all. Got it.
He made a few calls and it was like it never happened, man.
Got it. Hold on, y'all. We pull this shit up. Yeah, the judge say you only have to pay $1,000 and he walks scot free. You have to deal with the anybody else would have did that shit, they would have been going to jail because you put, that's life, in danger, putting people in danger. So they would have, All right, so let's get into it. This is it right here. This is Cam. This show you how some of these people in that world is above the law. That's basically what I'm just showing you this for.
Wild ass Vince McMahon, right? Vince McMahon is doing $180 on the highway. A cop car behind a nigga, not just behind a nigga. The sirens is on. Vince is on a high-speed chase, ducking the police, then crashing into a car, hits a car, his shit flies across from his car, hits another car on the other side. Airbags disperse. Cops see his Vince McMahon. They say, you all right? Any problems? Vince said, yeah, I was just rushing to get to my granddaughter's birthday party. Vince hides a motherfucking kite, y'all. So Vince ain't high. Word. Vince ain't high. They let Vince go, gave him 2 summonses. Then he went to court.
That's crazy.
After the nigga went to court, the judge said, yo, you know what? Just pay $1,000 fine and don't get in no more car accidents in a year. And we just gonna throw this shit out. And you get money. What the, yo, my nigga? I don't know, yo. This shit is just wild because this shit's still going on today. This is what I'm saying. You can still be famous, but power matters. Power is bigger than being famous, right? We don't know, like I said, this happened in Connecticut. Not only did Vince get off, whoever he hit didn't press no charges.
It's crazy.
That's Vince McMahon. You don't want to sue Vince McMahon to get some bread?
Right.
Now in Connecticut, you better not. We don't know. Vince might have threw him a brown bag. Yo, let's keep this shit out of court, nigga.
Basically.
Nigga, 100,000, nigga. You ain't hurt that bad, is you? You got 2 customers. Nigga, take this 100,000, sit the fuck down. That's what Vince probably did.
Yeah,
I would have did the same thing too if I'm Vince and I had the power. Now let's go to wild ass Vince McMahon, right? Vince McMahon is doing $180 on the highway. A cop car behind a nigga, not just behind a nigga. The sirens is on. Vince is on a high-speed chase, ducking the police, then crashing into a car, hits a car, his shit flies across from his car, hits another car on the other side. Airbags disperse. Cops see his Vince McMahon, they say, yo.
That's crazy. And that's to show you that some of these motherfuckers above the law. Like, you see how he was recklessly driving though? That shit, he was doing like 160 on the goddamn highway, crashing into the rail, crashing into somebody else. Yeah, that is mighty strange that the other person didn't press charges or sue him. And like Cam said, he probably did give him some money off the books. Like, yeah, just take this 100,000, take this 200,000, and just we ain't got to drag this shit out in court and none of that. Because that shit would have been all in the media. Vince McMahon getting sued for crashing to somebody in the highway. Yeah, that would have been all through the media. So they got ways of just protecting their own, man. That shows you right there how they protect their own. If that was anybody else, look how they did Justin how they did Justin Timberlake just for drunk driving and shit. I mean, that was procedure though. I mean, so I can't look at it
he had to spend the night in jail.
Yeah, he had to spend. I mean, that's procedure. You even being a celebrity, that's procedure.
Vince didn't even have
Vince crashed.
Right. It
Trump
didn't have to spend
high
the night in
crashed. Look, he didn't even have to do no tests or none of that shit. They ain't arrest him.
Why would he?
Bro,
why would he have to do a test? And when he crashed,
he's like no arrest. Yeah, he didn't get he didn't get arrested. He didn't get arrested. Did he even get arrested for that shit?
Nope.
He ain't even get arrested. How the hell he get they probably transported him to that just shows you right there. This country ain't shit. This country ain't shit. But yeah, man. It's shit. I ain't really got nothing else, man. Got anything else for the people? All right, so we know. So
head over to nightandayherbals.com. We got the
Support
best
the website.
herbal products on the market. Yep, support the website. This is sponsored by nightandayherbals.com. We got all types of stuff over there. Natural hair care products, skin care products. We got CBD over there in all types of forms. CBD lotion, CBD balm, CBD for
the balm. Yeah, the balm is ooh. Yeah, the balm is selling. So y'all, if y'all want to get that pain balm, you better definitely get that pain relief pain balm. If you're a person that suffer from pain and you're dealing with like joint pain and arthritis and all types of pain, yeah, definitely get that pain balm because people's buying it up. So get that. Definitely get that if you ain't got it.
We got pre-rolls over there. We got CBD herbal cigarettes over there. We got vapes. And all of our CBD is grown naturally without any type of synthetic pesticides or chemicals. It's grown on small Amish farms in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So it's very high quality CBD you're getting. It ain't that headache shit that you get from the gas stations and all them. Nah, this is very high quality. So we definitely want to thank all of y'all who've been supporting us, who've been shopping with us. Your packages are definitely going to be shipped out. You know what I mean? We definitely appreciate all of y'all who've been tuning into our shows, liking and subscribing, and make sure y'all click that notification bell too if y'all just now subscribing, so y'all be alerted when we go live or post up videos.
If you already subscribed, make sure the notifications is on for when we go live, because they be trying to not to let y'all know we live and all that. I don't know what's up with YouTube and that shit they be doing.
Losers, slackers.
Yeah, but they be trying to. So even if you have to reset your notification by clicking off the bell, clicking on the bell, clicking off and clicking back on it, just so you know that all notifications is on. Sometimes you gotta troubleshoot it too, or reset it, or whatever the fuck they say it is. But damn, we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. And on that note, we getting up out of here, y'all.
I'm not even gonna lie. The joint pain I deal with every day, it slowed me all the way down. But ever since I started using this right here, Night and Day Pain Relief Balm, everything changed. And within minutes, I feel the difference. Like real relief. Now I can clean my whole house without even thinking about the pain. As a nurse, I'm on my feet all day. And this right here helps me get through my entire shift. I can actually enjoy time with my kids now. Go outside, be active, without hurting the whole time. It feels good to just live again. Honestly, if it wasn't for Night and Day Pain Relief Balm, I don't think I'd have the quality of life I have right now.
As comfort slows you down, reach for natural relief. Night and Day Hemp's extra strength CBD pain relief balm melts into aching muscles, delivering warmth you can feel. Soothe your body naturally. Feel free to move again. Night and Day Hemp Balm melts away tension so you can enjoy every moment. Feel the difference fast. Real relief, real results. Order now at nightandayherbals.com.